What's shaking, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Gary Numan, and we're returning to Telekon 1980. And this time we're going to listen to the title track. So if this is actually a proper name reference to something else, I'm not familiar with it, but it sounds sci-fi, it sounds futuristic, whether an organization or a geographical entity or a polity. It sounds like something not terribly unlike Tron or something that would be the name of a sci-fi movie itself. So given his typical lyrical themes, at least during this phase of his career, which I do understand is not the entirety of his thematic output, but at least at this phase it was something that he was continually exploring, I would expect it to again have a futuristic, maybe post-apocalyptic, but certainly android or otherwise robotic basis. Let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Gary Numan from his album Telekon 1980, and it's the title track.
Where's my outline? I start to fade. No concentration means fail these days. I leave the table, see, and I am real. I feel the pressure like your eyes on me. Don't mention that name and books on love. I can't be sure, I can't be sure. Protection from the likes of you. Do you begin to see that I don't know? I live for memories that are hard to find. Send me a card and write, I think of you. I say you lie, I say you lie. You are. You are. You are. You are. You are. You are. Tell you a secret I'm sure to fall. My thought runs AWOL, I blame you all. Your information saying safe, safe, safe. Turn off my collar and mix with dark. The speaker turns on me to spot her eyes. And it's hard to breathe, it's hard to breathe. You ain't the real one, you ain't the real one. You ain't the real one, you ain't the real one. You ain't the real one, you ain't the real one.
gonna say that layer, which obviously has these long, constant chords that are both haunting, a bit dystopian, and very electric, like a lot of his production I've heard, they almost sounded like the whirring of a futuristic machine, or indeed a robot, and then right at the end it seemed to wind down and perhaps suggest a turning off. So yes, it feels like there was maybe a bit of hostility, or at least potential for danger between the speaker and that which or that whom he is addressing. I don't think that actually works grammatically, but the point is, yeah, it sounds like there's a bit of, if not animosity, at least conflict, or the potential for conflict between speaker and that or whom is being addressed. And the sonics, as I was trying to say right at the beginning before the vocals came in and I had to hold off on it, it sounded like a mixture of futuristic sounds, dystopian sounds, and almost this arrhythmic, if not atonal jazz, like something you'd hear in a jazz club at the end of the world in a futuristic time where things have fallen apart or the machines have taken over. I feel like the sonic character of some of the synth lines had a bit of that almost theremin style, meaning very electronic and non-normal instrument sounding. It sounded a bit rich in the electronic character of it, and yet as I've come to know his vocals, that seemed very much in his lane and maybe not quite as intensely robotic or monotone as some of the other tunes, but again, very much in his typical lane vocally. So yes, I don't really know what's happening, but it sounds again like there's some disparity or some, I was going to say adversity, that's not the right term, some, again, conflict or problem between the speaker and the person being addressed, and person perhaps being taken in a wider, more philosophical sense, meaning not necessarily human. But I don't know if I heard the word Telekon, and I don't know if it was like, are you a real one, or and the real one? I'm not sure, and in fact I'm not even sure if it's a real one, but yes, if it is that phrase, then of course we could be talking about the disparity between a biological person and a person that is automated or artificial intelligence. So yes, it feels like the overall sonic atmosphere and the lyrical themes, such that I could catch them on this first listen, were typical of this phase of his career, but I don't quite know what to make of them, nor am I sure that I heard the word Telekon at any point. So yes, a very intriguing track. Definitely going to have to lean on people who know this tune, this album, and Numan's music more generally. Thank you once again to Han Solo for providing Numan material. Thanks to the folks who've been commenting on this deep dive. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.